power that they have within. The next step is then we help them realize that this location or this place or this thing that they are, you could ask them, okay, this place that you're observing from, can you measure that place? And they might say, well, no, I can't because I'm observing measurement. Measurement is something that you observe in the world. You might, if you have a tape measure out, you can observe that measurement. But you cannot measure where you're measuring from, because where you're measuring from has no measurement. If you observe measurement, where are you observing that measurement from? Because that place is the power that they have, which is infinite. Where you observe from is the power that you are, and that place is infinite. So what we're doing now is we've put the problem outside of the client and helped them realize that this problem in truth is just a projection. It's just an observation that they're seeing outside of them. Then what we do is we help the client to disassociate from the problem, realize who they are, being power, which is infinite. And once they realize that they are infinite, you can then ask the question, okay, so if you are infinite, or if your power is infinite, being, the place that you're observing from, being who you are, being power, being love, being peace, whatever the description for that. Later on, one of the other videos, I'm going to go through a number of different descriptions that you can use for that power. Because someone might come to you as this could be viewed as a spiritual thing. You could say that, this is spirit. You could say this is love. But if someone comes to you and they're not spiritual at all, then you might not want to use spiritual linguistics. You might want to use something else. So for example, you could say, okay, well, you are everything then. This place that you're observing from, if it has no measurement, then it must be everything. It must be infinite. So instead of using the word spirit or love or anything like that, or power even, you can just use the word everything. So you can say, so if you are everything and infinite, where would that problem be? And in this process, what they're doing is they're recognizing or finding their power, being infinite, this light that they are, that they have, or this love, or whatever you call it, being infinite. And as they realize that that is infinite, because it has no measurement, then that old problem which they used to see outside of them, they then realize that that problem is no longer there. Because if their power is infinite and the problem is not their power, where would that problem be? You could say, for example, if they have fear, if you help them find love within, and love is infinite, love heals fear. So you could say, okay, so if your love is infinite, being who you are, being infinite, where would that fear be? Where could that fear be? If your power is infinite, where could that fear be? And what happens is they're starting to accept and allow and embrace love into their mind, or power, whatever you call it. It's all relatively the same. That power and that light or that love, whatever you call that, once they find that, they're allowing that, accepting and embracing it to heal that problem which they were attached to before. Now they're unattached, they see it outside of themselves, let the power enter and be who they are, realize that it's infinite, and then that problem will dissolve. It may not happen straight away. If it doesn't happen straight away, then perhaps you could work with some more specific beliefs. Okay, so maybe this is a really big problem. Maybe they're not just willing to let go of it right now. So then you can work on something maybe a little bit smaller. Maybe you can take another situation that might be similar in the past or in the future and go through the same process to help them release that fear or that problem. And then you can come back to that other problem and you can work with that one to work through the same process to help to heal that one as well. So there's two questions there. If your power is infinite, where would your problem be? And then we move into a possibility statement there with the word could. So we move from where would to where could. Okay, would stating that it is there. Where would your problem be, or it could be there, but there's when you move into could, then it's like it's taking another step down, saying, well, it could be not there at all. And it's helping the client to just let go of that problem. Then what we do, once we've helped them to dissolve that problem, it might not be fully dissolved, we then keep working on helping them to fully associate with their power. So then you can ask questions, more locality questions, like, where do you know your power? When you, let's say for example, if someone knows love, where do you know love? If it's true love, do you know it in a specific place? You know, is love limited within a box? Can you put a box around it? No. Love, when you fully know love, you know that it has no measurement. So if it has no measurement, it can't be anywhere else other than everywhere, being infinite. So you can ask, where do you know your power? How much do you know your power? Okay, well, I know it's sort of, I'm 98% there. Then you got some sort of indication, okay, there's still something to this client needs to let go of. And is there anything else? And once maybe they've found their power, or they're giving you some sort of nods or agreements, so you could then say, okay, you collaborate. Is there anything else left which has been preventing you, or which might be preventing you from fully knowing your power now? And then if anything else comes up, then you can go through the same process and work through that again. And step 9, future pace. Okay, now that you know your power, when they know and they give you the feeling and the knowledge and the signal that, yep, they're fully associated with their power, and you will know when they know, they will know when they know, and you can just accept that. No, also that don't ever be concerned about whether or not you are going to help them find their power. If you are concerned about helping them find their power, then that fear or that concern will block your ability to help that person. So just do whatever love would have you do, follow your own intuition and your guidance, and just let it go. Let go of whether or when or if that person will find their power, because then you are freeing the power that you have within to heal that problem. If you're concerned about it, then you're blocking your own power from healing that problem too. So now that you know your power, knowing that you can go back to it at any time by just remembering it or just being it, and also, you can let them know that it's not something that you have to go back to in truth. It's not something that you have to step in. It's just something that you can allow yourself to be, because it's what you are in truth. You are that power. It's not something that you have to become. It's just, you can just let go of stuff which is preventing you from allowing yourself to be that power. And also, you could say, imagine that old problem, that was presented to them before. Let's say it's rejection, for example. Imagine that old problem is coming back to you now. Someone's rejecting you, or rejecting that outer projection that you see. How do you feel about that now? And then you can collaborate and you can get some response for them. And if they're healed, if the problem is healed, then you should see some peace come about them. You should see, okay, yeah, it's fine. I know that problem, that perceived problem, it's really nothing. It's not there at all. Yeah, and I can go out and I can deal with it now, if it comes up again. And imagine a similar problem. How would you deal with that? And how would you feel? So this is what's called future pacing. So there are the 9 steps, and know that you don't have to go through them exactly in that order, although just having that order gives you some sort of idea about, some sort of guideline on what to follow. And so long as you trust in the power that you have within, then you can heal any problem that is presented to you when you trust in that power. So thank you very much for watching this today. I've got some more videos for you to go through, and those videos will help you to learn all the language skills that can help you to undo those beliefs. Some very effective, influential language skills, and also, understanding some truths about love. People might come to you with a problem, and sure, you can use language to undo a belief, and at the same time, if you understand truth, then it can be a lot easier to highlight to someone the truth of the matter, the truth of the reality. For example, let's say if someone was to fear rejection, then by letting that client know that the rejection is not them, that's a truth that allows them to disassociate from that. And also you can allow them to know